Stop the tape. Mark shows respect by bowing. Now, it's a great way to start a hug. But here's where Mark and John go wrong. They tiptoe back from each other instead of creating a power embrace. Now, here's what I would have liked to have seen. Mark places his palm on John's face and then goes in for the hug. As a sign of respect, John moves Mark's small finger out of his eye line. That was a great hug. Oh, the greatest hug. Great hug.
What the hell did you expect?
What the hell do you expect?
It's called the Ugly Barnacle. Once there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
That didn't help at all.
I want to help you, Tom, I do. But I need you to help me help you.
Huh. Help me help you. Yeah, okay.
What's that, chicken? Every night is the fucking chicken. Holy God almighty. Is it possible just once
Dad?
you get something to eat for dinner around here that's not the goddamn fucking chicken?
Hey, Dad!
There's a certain kind of truffle that only grows under the 101 overpass after it's rained. Yesterday, it rained, so today, I had to track down a pig to help me track down the truffles.
Why now? What are they doing? And how can you steer clear of it all?
No, answer me, Kevin. This ought to be good.
And rest assured, this will be good. Hello, and welcome to What the Hell Did You Expect? This is episode number 33 in the Collector's Series, and I am your host, Kevin Ryan. And yes, I am weighing in this week at 199 pounds.
Hashtag smooth as fuck.
Yeah. And Colin Supplee's here too. Yay! That had the absolute desired effect in the microphone. I just want you to know. That sounds great.
I'm a ghost.
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm a ghost. I've been dead since Friday evening at about 7:32 p.m.
7:32 or 7:33? Because I swear I texted you at 7:32 and you sounded very corporeal to me at that point.
It could have been 7:33. Honestly, when you
Okay.
die, things go a little strange for a bit, and it's really hard to get your bearings once you lose your corporeal form and have to meander your way through the spirit
I'm sorry
realm.
I don't mean to sharpshoot you right out of the gate, but I just figured in the spirit of what the hell did you expect fact-checking, we should get that clear, because, you know, we always report facts exactly as they are and never inaccurately.
And nothing we say is false.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, like, if you want news, just listen to us. You'll understand everything that's going on in the world all the time.
This is all the news you need. I mean, BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, forget about all that shit. What the hell did you expect? It's the people's news.
And we are the people's news.
That's our show title. I hope you know that. We are the people's news.
Oh, we picked one so quickly already. I love it. All right, fair enough.
Oh god,
Since
the theme
last year
music
we didn't
hasn't
really
even
pick something.
stopped.
Yeah. We just sort of slid right into it.
Yeah.
Like buttery gyrating thighs.
Like tears in rain.
I fucking love when Jerry Hart made that Blade Runner reference during your thesis presentation.
That was the greatest thing. Yeah, I suppose we should talk about that very
Yeah, you should talk about it. That's a big achievement for you.
Did I tell you that I got honors?
Yeah, you did. Congratulations. You got honors on your thesis.
Yeah, did I tell you the god-awful way I was told that I got honors?
No.
So 2 minutes before my Festival of Scholars presentation started. In the Festival of Scholars presentation, I'd been working on this for like more than a week. This is like a 20 or 25 minute presentation I did. It was the culmination of all my work that took about a year on this one poem, on this one topic. Well, on a few topics.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes before I start to launch into one of the biggest presentations and biggest research things in my entire college career, Karen Gross and a few other professors come up to me and they're like, "Congratulations on honors." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Wait a second. Hold up. Did you say congratulations on honors. Did I get honors? They're like, oh yeah, sorry, we forgot to. Yeah, you got honors. We read all the papers this past week, and we met last night, and yeah, you got honors. Good luck. Okay, and then the presentation started.
So did you give more of a fuck or less of a fuck about your presentation now that you knew you had honors?
Probably equal amounts of a fuck.
Okay.
I think actually, if I didn't get honors, I would probably give less of a fuck, but be very spiteful about it. So I would want to give an even better presentation.
Okay.
But because I got honors, I wanted to also give a really good presentation. And there's one point at which I think you were there for that point where I was describing the judge who was buried in the scepter and the robe and the crown and everything. And he was so righteous that the town wanted to bury him with honors. And I had not planned to even use that pun. I hadn't even thought of that pun. I just thought it up on the spot.
That's great. No,
Adassa was like mind blown. She thought that was
wonderful.
Yeah. Pun.
Did you? Yeah. I wonder because did you see Aaron and I's little scuffle outside the door?
Well, not outside the door because I was facing away from the door.
Did you hear us?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But I was also talking, so I may not have been paying much attention.
We couldn't tell if you were talking or not. We just heard a deep masculine voice speaking. Like, is that Kevin? Like, I tried to I put myself in front of the window, these tiny slit windows looking into the room, like a couple times, just like trying to look over and get an edge on it.
Right.
And like Kurt Fosso just looked at me the second time, and he gave me this like, I've never seen him so enraptured with his facial expressions. It was something. Yeah. We eventually did sneak our way into your presentation.
Yeah, no, I forget who was telling me. Someone was telling me, there were these two guys who were just like pacing outside for 5 minutes before they finally decided to slink in. But I watched you guys come in, and I was like, "Oh, great, they're here."
I couldn't tell if it was rude or not to interrupt your presentation, like after it had already started. So we were having a social ethical dilemma.
No, it was fine because I mean, at that point, I was just summarizing the play. I wasn't really goddamn poem.
Yeah.
I wasn't really onto my presentation proper at that point, but. Yeah, so that went well, and I got honors, and woohoo!
Hooray!
Yeah,
yeah.
And now I'm just like coasting. I've got nothing left. I've got a few papers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I wrote a paper for my education class today that was like 4 pages. I just shat it out in like an hour.
As you do.
Yeah.
Love it.
Excuse me while I unbutton my pants. I'm sorry, but oh god, that's so much better.
What did you eat, man? Was it the quesadilla burgers from last week? Or?
Well, it's been slowly increasing. If you haven't noticed, I worked my way up from the 180s into the 190s over the past month. I've been in the 190s pretty solidly. And, fluctuating quite a bit depending on how well I'm eating and how well I'm exercising and how much stress I'm under. But basically, I have not been exercising much over the past month. I've been eating a lot worse than I usually do. I've been eating more fast food. But 2 days ago, my mom took a picture of me and Adassa standing like in the gardens at Lewis and Clark.
Your parents came down?
Well, my mom came down.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, she was sitting next to Adassa. Did you not see her there at the presentation?
Oh my god, that was your mom.
Yeah.
I thought that was one. Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
That was my mom.
I thought that was like another like adjunct professor that I'd never seen before.
No, that was my mom. Yeah. So she came down and like she took a picture of Adassa and I right after the presentation. We were standing in the gardens.
Yeah.
And she showed me the picture, and my immediate reaction was, wow, what a fat ass. I need to lose some goddamn weight. I looked like, this isn't even my normal slightly overweight self that I was looking at in that picture. That was like oh god, something terrible happened. Overweight Kevin. So I decided yesterday, yesterday was my last official day being fat, so I kind of went all out. I went to Taco Bell twice, once for breakfast and once for like a late night dinner.
Okay.
It was great and terrible and awesome and sickening.
Okay.
And yeah, from here on out, I'm going to be eating healthier and stressing less and exercising.
Cool.
So yeah.
Have you heard of
Operation Weight Loss?
a thing called Zombie Run?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I don't know if you're much of a runner. I get the impression you're
No.
not. More of a builder kind of guy.
Well,
but
builder?
yeah, like you build muscle with the intention of building muscle as opposed to just exercising for exercising's sake.
I mean, I do also exercise for exercise sake. My problem with running, though, is that running is a high impact thing.
That's true.
And I have really bad knees, which means I can't do high impact things, really. So,
speaking of high impact things, I totally fucked up my left ankle last night at Ninja. So, but there's this thing called Zombie Run, which is an app that you download for your iPod, and you play it as you go on a run. And periodically during your run, the app will activate, and it will tell you there are zombies encroaching on you in like 100 feet behind you, and they're running at you. And you have to run really fast, and you have to speed up because it has a pedometer in it. And if you don't run fast enough, the zombies kill you. And their groans and moans and screams get louder, like, as they catch up to you.
that sounds interesting.
It's motivational.
I mean, you know what? I could probably use that on the elliptical.
Ellipticize faster. Pump.
Ellipticize?
Ellipticize.
Ellipse faster?
Yes. Elliptical.
Ecliptical faster?
Eclipse. Canon.
It's
Yes.
a lunar eclipse. Sorry. So yeah, that's I'm gonna lose some weight.
Cool. I'm happy for you. I don't know what else. Nothing has changed in my life. I'm still working on comic books. I'm still feeling very unstressed about school right now, despite the fact that I have a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of gotten to that point. We have 2 weeks of actual classes left, and then we're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely at the point of fuck it.
We're about to graduate.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're about to graduate.
Yeah.
I talked to David Rosengard last night when I was at Ninja, and he's going to show up for our graduation, so that's going to be pretty
great.
cool.
Yeah, that's really great.
He mentioned that this is like the last class of people that he actually knows people from, so it's going to be like, whoa! We got to be freshmen at a very interesting time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. No, I was at all of the English honors thesis people had like a party at Roshana Zimring's house.
Yeah.
And all of the English professors were there. And Kristen Fougier was there. She just had a baby like a year ago. So she was there with her now almost 1-year-old, I think.
A child.
I know. He's very cute, despite being also quite irritating.
As children are.
Yeah, as 1-year-olds are allowed to do.
Yeah.
But the thing she was saying though is that she just started working like as a actual professor here.
Yeah.
On our freshman year.
Yeah.
Until then, she'd only gotten a job as an adjunct at one place and then another place and then, moved around a bunch. And here is her first, like, permanent, she's on faculty here.
Yeah.
So this class, our graduating class, will be the first graduating class that she has been with for 4 years.
Wow, that's cool and special.
So she's really excited to be there for our graduation and to see us graduate. So.
That's really cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's touching.
It is.
I'm writing a paper for my segue. Vroom vroom. But I'm writing a paper for my music class, which was supposed to be about research a musical topic in the contemporary field.
Right.
And write about it.
Right. Are you just taking Josh's
No, I'm not just taking Josh's thesis and using that. That would be cruel. It's his thesis. But I was going to be like, I'll explore the use of minimalist music from the 60s and 70s, and it's
That's really cool.
Some of its impact on film.
I love minimalist
And guess
music.
what?
Philip Glass, dude.
Yeah, Philip Glass. All the things I like use minimalist music. So I'm basically just writing another paper about Alien, the Terminator, and Akira.
Yeah, and also X-Files. Like, think about the theme of X-Files. That's minimalist also.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
You know, you say that and there's a little sticker behind you that has an alien head with an X through it.
Oh, my God, there is.
God,
It's stuck to the on-air sign, though. The on-air sign, and that's, one of the things that I was always excited about doing a radio show was that there would be, like, how there's supposed to be the little on-air sign that lights up when you're actually on air? We don't have that.
No, we don't.
I was severely disappointed on, like, our first or second show when I realized that fact that we don't have an on-air sign.
Yeah, we have, like...
We have Black Santa, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Black Santa makes up for it.
I feel like working microphones make up for it.
Yeah. Now you're curious, aren't you?
Yeah.
Try it.
Hello?
Nothing.
Mike 3 has once again gone to the pits.
Mike 3 worked for like a few weeks.
Let's not talk about our equipment, Kevin. As much as it is large, throbbing, and metallic, let's not talk about our equipment. What we should talk about, that everyone wants to talk about, is popular culture. Did you see the new trailer for the new Batman vs. Superman movie?
I did not see the new trailer for the new Batman vs.
really
Superman
dumb.
movie. Yeah, I was going to say
so dumb.
It sounds dumb. We did watch the new Ant-Man trailer together, though.
Yeah.
That also looks dumb.
It does look dumb, but in a way that I'll enjoy.
Yeah, in a way that you will probably enjoy and I probably won't.
Yeah.
Because as we have established, I don't like fun.
Well, I don't know. Did you see Man of Steel?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Which one is that?
That was the new Superman movie with Henry Cavill and
no, I did not.
That
see
guy
that
who did
one.
the Dark Knight trilogy. But new Batman, like there's a bit in the new Batman trailer where new Batman is dressed up in a Batman version of the Iron Man suit.
What?
And it looks like he's about to throw
Wait,
down.
say that all again.
There's a part of the new Batman trailer where
Okay.
New Batman
is
is dressed up in a Batman version of the Iron Man suit.
New Batman as a Batman Iron Man.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, it's not like literally an Iron Man suit, but it looks basically the same. It's powered armor, and it's got like the glowy eyes and the face mask, and like, so I guess new Batman is gonna fight new Superman, which is dumb, but whatever. Okay. It's rainy. Most of the shots are dark and at night, and Chicago's all like
Superman
"Brah."
would fucking kick his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not even a contest. Like, at least put two people who are more or less on the same level against each other.
You mean like Toph Bai Fong and the World?
Yeah, something like that. Or, the Mountain and the Viper, the Red Viper.
Yeah, or Superman and Marvel's version of Superman, whoever that is. Thor?
Maybe?
Captain Marvel, maybe. I don't know. Regardless.
Wait, is Captain America Marvel or is he DC?
Captain America is Marvel.
Okay.
But Captain Marvel is DC.
What? What? Really?
Yeah.
How?
There's a guy called Captain Marvel, and he's a DC character.
How is he... Why?
Because he's
what?
marvelous.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
That seems fucking... I'm just waiting for one of those two companies to buy the other one.
It's never gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
They make more money as competitors than they ever could as a single conglomerate death machine.
I don't know. Marvel meets DC, I feel like would be extremely lucrative.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone wants to see Superman and Thor hang out, but not like DC movie Superman right now, because he's just like, "Brah, I'm Batman, but I have superpowers, whatever, it's awful. My girlfriend is that person from that movie about the girls who burn a bed.
What?
What's her name?
What? The girls who burn a bed.
Okay, so at my old job a couple years ago over the summer, I had to test.
Was this the tofu place?
No, this was the hardware testing place where I had to watch movies on a new piece of hardware and test it and stuff. And I watched this movie about Amy Adams, where Amy Adams and some other girl are become like house cleaners for like biohazard stuff. They clean up crime scenes, I think, or something like that.
Is this just a bad rom-com? Because
I think it is a bad rom-com.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't very memorable. Other than there's this scene where they like set a house on fire because it's quirky and a comedy, and of course there's no consequences for it. I don't think. And Amy Adams is in it, and Amy Adams is also Lois Lane in the new Superman movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that that'll like matter at all because Lois Lane doesn't play a role in new Superman. But it's very
Did
sad.
she play a role at all in any Superman?
Sometimes, kind of. Although I can't think of any examples. Like, there was that alternate version where, if you ever get the chance to read Superman Red Sun, where Superman is a communist, read that, because it's awesome, and it's the best version of the character. But in that one, Lois Lane marries Lex Luthor and helps take over the world, so that was exciting. But, I don't know. Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, mildly. I mean, fuck, what the hell did you expect? I guess this is our radio show now. Is this what we're doing with our lives?
I don't know.
What's next?
I don't know what's
what
going
on.
I don't know what's going on. I haven't been. I just sleep has not been easy for me for the past week or two, and I've been waking up early-ish these past few days. Even though it's like my weekend, I woke up really early on Friday to prepare for my Festival of Scholars thing. And then I woke up early yesterday so I could go visit a bunch of apartments.
And you woke up today really early so you could go to Taco Bell.
No, I woke up early yesterday so I could go to Taco Bell for breakfast.
Okay.
And then I woke up early today so I could go turn in my application at the only apartment complex that has an open apartment for us.
Okay.
Because the housing market is super fucking competitive right now. It's ridiculous.
People want to live in Portland.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, they can have my spot. I'm leaving.
I mean, your spot is on campus, though, so that doesn't really do.
Some freshmen will fill it.
Well,
or
I mean,
junior.
not freshmen, because you're in an apartment.
That's true.
Yeah.
I went
someone
shopping
will
today.
fill it. What did you buy?
And I cleaned the bathroom, and I vacuumed, and I picked up. And Lydia wasn't here at all, so.
It sounds like you had a very sort of adult day.
I did have a very sort of adult day.
Yeah.
I bought a fuck ton of pasta.
That's
and tools to make better pasta.
Cool.
And granola bars and yogurt and a brick of cheese and tortillas.
Very good.
And some parsley.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah, real adult food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I got a real adult credit card
coming
in the mail for me.
You
Yeah.
keep saying, I remember you saying on the show a couple times that you really didn't want to get a credit card. Did you finally break down and get a credit card?
I have to have a credit card. I literally have to have a credit card to get an apartment.
Yeah.
They have to check your credit. You have to have a credit score.
Yeah.
And to have a credit score, you have to have a credit card. So my credit score is going to be perfect because I'm going to buy one thing with my credit card and never use it.
Exactly. It's the best plan.
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm going to use my credit card for one big purchase and pay it off immediately. And then I'll just have it.
What are you going to buy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Box of kittens.
I do not know. They haven't.
Does your apartment allow cats?
Well, they do allow cats. We just have to pay $75 more per month, which I don't really want to do because we're already paying a lot for it.
Yeah.
My rent now is relatively cheap, especially for what we're getting.
Yeah.
And my rent for that apartment, it's going to it's 1.5 times what I'm paying for the house right now, basically. Yeah, so not looking forward to that, but I also applied for a job, so yay.
Yay, making the real adult money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been real adulting too much, and to balance it out, I've been playing GTA.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also, I mean, I don't think I've gotten as far as you in this, but I've also been
Door, ho da ho, 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 door, ho.
Okay, stop.
Sorry.
Turn that shit off.
I've been rewatching some Game of Thrones.
Rewatching?
Well, not rewatch. I mean, not like rewatching first and second season stuff. Like rewatching the first and second episode of the 5th season because Adassa is like, I want to watch it, but Game of Thrones is so fucking confusing. I need help. Kevin, watch it with me. And I'm like, okay. So we're watching Game of Thrones.
You haven't seen
together.
episodes 3 and 4 yet?
I've seen episode 3.
Okay.
I have not seen episode 4.
All right.
But
I mean, it's more of the same. It's still good.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
quite pleased with season
Yeah.
5 so far. It is a very good abridged version of the books.
Having not read the books, I'm also very pleased with season 5. It seems to be going in quite a few very interesting and good directions.
Yeah.
I know at least that Brienne of Tarth is supposed to be dead by
What?
now, basically.
No,
Isn't she?
What? Dude, okay.
Or I thought so.
Brienne of Tarth does not die in the books.
Oh, wait.
No.
Someone told me that. Never mind.
Someone who told you that was fucking with you.
Oh.
Brienne ain't dead.
Oh. Huh. I read that Brienne of Tarth died in, like, the 5th book or something.
That is completely and utterly false.
Okay.
I have read all of those books now.
Never
No,
mind.
No, she doesn't
Okay.
die.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
She shouldn't die. She's a good character.
Although
She has many faults, but
I am
still
quite
like
concerned with what the show is doing with her. Like what's she gonna do now? I don't know. Like
that's the interesting part. That's
Yeah.
what's really interesting for me is, Sansa Stark is, going to, fucking, what's the Stark place?
Winterfell.
Yeah, she's going back to the Winter place, and Winterhold.
Oh my God.
Windhelm.
Yeah, Winterhelmhold.
Windfall. Crest.
That's from Zelda. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Skyrim cities.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she's going back to Winterhold, and Arya is in Bravo's training to be no one.
The House of Black and White is awesome.
Yeah,
and y'all should represent.
I have to say that's really cool. I think it's especially really cool what they're doing with Arya because, like, so much of the past few seasons have been about her building up her identity as Arya Stark, even though she's on the run for being Arya Stark.
Yeah.
So much of it is identity building and, especially her whole little ritual saying all of the names of the people she has to kill.
Yeah.
That's very sort of identity reinforcing for who she is and what she is doing. And now she's being asked to be no one.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a real interesting transformation. And as interesting as it is, I honestly don't see how that can work. I mean, that's not a typical way to build a character, make a character work. But I have complete faith in George R.R. Martin. I'm really excited to see where he's going to take this and how he's going to make no one into a really good character.
Having read all the books, I have no fucking idea how all of the Man of No Faces bits is actually gonna like tie into the overarching political plot. But unless Arya just like gets a huge job and like, hey, you have to go kill like Stannis Baratheon or something. Not that would ever happen because that's not what the House of Black and White is all about. But it's it's interesting. It's so interesting. God, it's fun to watch just to see the divergences from the book and how they're compacting things and changing things around. And
Yeah.
like, I'm really happy that Jamie and Braun are together now, running around, fucking around, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's super fun. That never happens in the books. And I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
that's cool. Yeah. Jamie has other things to do in the books. He's still cleaning up after, like, the Red Wedding, and he goes back into the Riverlands to, like, conquer some castles that are still holding out and some various things and whatnot. Yeah. It's cool. It's actually really intense because, God, like, nah. Yeah, just keep watching.
Yeah.
But the fun thing, like, about, like, no, we're gonna have to wait a month for more episodes.
Yeah, no, that's the shitty thing is that, yeah, it's going to be until what, May?
Right after we graduate, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Oh, damn. Because that's when Adassa leaves for Israel for a month. So, and I'm supposed to be basically watching the series with her now.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to wait until she gets back from Israel.
Dude, why? Watch it twice.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like one of the things we do. I don't know. Did you ever do this with like anyone that you've dated that you like, you have a show that you watch together and that's your thing and you don't watch it without the other person?
Not really, no.
Okay.
God, like, most of my show watching, like, stuff has always been based kind of, like, in my approach to anime. Because when I was in high school, it was, like, it wasn't about watching stuff with people as much. It was about getting through a show as fast as you can so then you can nitpick it and pick it apart and talk about it with your friends once both of you are on the same page and have seen the entire thing. Kind of like reading a book.
So like what we did with Avatar earlier.
Yeah.
And,
I still haven't watched season 3.
Dude, I haven't started Korra because I'm just dreading watching the first 2 seasons of Korra so much. I probably just won't do it.
You know, I actually have kind of nostalgia goggles for Korra season 1 now.
Really?
Because unlike all the other seasons of Korra, it is the most book-ended, compact season of the show. Even if some of their design choices are bad, it feels like a complete work.
Yeah.
Where the rest, like, as a whole, the series kind of has a very jumpy direction, almost like a series of, like 4 different books starring the same characters but are about different things and don't really have an overarching plot kind of deal.
Yeah, I get you on that, especially. And, I mean, I kind of like, though, that it's 4 books with the same cast, that are developing through wildly different stories that sort of don't really have much to do with each other because in a lot of ways, I mean, that's kind of how a serial series should be, and that's also just kind of how life works a lot of the time.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
You go
I do like that
through
about it.
So many different things with more or less the same people and develop in different ways because of that. I don't know. I like I said way earlier in the episodes of this. I was about to say this season of What the Hell Did You Expect? This semester. I really appreciate a lot of stuff about Korra, but I still just seasons 1 and 2, man. That
yeah. You know, on my computer, where I keep in the folders where I keep all of the episodes of What the Hell Did You Expect, I actually have them broken up into seasons.
Really?
Yeah, because like season 1 is the first semester, season 2 is the second semester, season 3 is the third semester. Yeah, it's easier for me to keep track of them that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we'll have 3 seasons of this show by the time.
Oh my
we're
god,
done.
it'll be a continuity. God. What would it be like? Do people go back and listen to all the episodes of their own podcast?
Yeah, no, I've done that. I mean, it's at least for TBTL listeners, that's called time banditing.
Huh.
And I've definitely done quite a bit of time banditing of very old TBTL episodes. I mean, they've got almost 2,000 episodes now.
Fuck.
So I'll go back and listen to older episodes a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard to catch up on though, because they make an episode every day.
Yeah.
Well, 5 days a week, but yeah, you're going at it for a while if you're trying to catch up with that.
That's how I feel about Let's Players, man. They release like 30 minutes of content in video form every day. Like that's an insane amount of stuff, and trying to keep up with that is just like blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, no, it's really difficult. It must be difficult to produce. Well, maybe not as difficult to produce.
Well,
actually,
I mean, if you're
but-
funny and you have a really good chemistry, you have really good chemistry with another person, and you just sit down and play a game and record it and like have an editor.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
that's not.
That's not too.
It doesn't sound too hard. That said,
Yeah.
it's probably a lot harder than it actually seems. Because like,
Yeah,
if you get good,
probably.
you have to like do finances and like actual real people shit, as opposed to like
Yeah, I mean,
get 50
Rooster
bucks a
Teeth
month.
now is fucking huge, and they do more than just Let's Plays, but they're
They're doing Red versus Blue and Ruby.
Yeah, but I mean, there's the whole Let's Play division of Rooster Teeth. That basically all they do is Let's Plays. And
What's your job? I play video games.
There was actually an episode on the Let's Play channel. They were playing GTA, and Jeff was talking about, my daughter had like a career day at school, and she asked my wife to come in because Jeff's wife does chainsaw carving, which is really cool. Like
that is really cool.
I've seen some of her stuff online. It's really, really cool. And apparently his daughter asked his wife to come in, and Jeff was kind of hurt. He's like, well, why not me? And she's like, oh, your job is boring. No one would like that. He's like, I play video games all day.
All the young teenage boys will be like, "Oh my God, you have dream job!" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what time it is?
Using big words hurts you.
I was gonna
Actually,
guess
that
like,
probably wasn't as loud as it should have been.
don't play it again.
No, I won't. Don't worry.
Do I get to pick a song?
Oh yeah, sure. Pick a song.
Okay, hear me out.
No. Hear Me Out. Who's that by?
The title is something Rainbow Curves. Terry Riley.
Hear Me Out. Frau. Okay.
No, what?
There's a song called Hear Me Out by Frau.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that artist.
I've never heard of them before. Okay, we're listening to this now. You're welcome.
I mean, this is actually kind of perfect, but all right.
I actually like it too.
Fair enough. What's your song, bro?
Ignovomus is the first word. Ignovomus. IGNIVOMOUS.
Igneous Venomoth.
No, it is vomiting or spewing forth fire.
Most dragons are that.
Yeah, or the people who breathe fire at carnivals. Those are ignovomus person people.
Reminds me of some of my uncles on Burrito Day.
Burrito Day?
Burrito Day.
What's Burrito Day?
It's when you eat a ton of burritos and you shit fire.
Okay. How about obfuscate?
Oh, dude, that's like, fuck. What is the actual technical definition? I use that word all the damn time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that
and
word.
in the phrase obfuscating stupidity, it's like pretending or falsifying to be something
Oh,
else.
yeah, no, that's totally it. It's like obscuring or confusing.
Yeah.
Obfuscate is to obscure, to confuse, to darken.
Yeah, that's a TV trope. That's how I know that.
Melomania. MELOMAI or MANIA.
Both mellow and manic at the same time?
No, a craze for music. Yeah, because mellow is in like melody and mania is in crazy for.
Okay.
Viniferous or viniferous or viniferous.
It's that face you make when you made a real sweet vine and like you get all the subscribers on YouTube.
No. It is not. It actually means producing wine.
See, these words don't make sense because you're trying to get me to guess words, but none of them sound like what they're supposed to mean, which we talked about last week. These are lies. These words are lies.
How about this word kind of sounds like what it means though. Seacock.
I want you to know, listeners, that I'm making very, very stern eyes at Kevin right now across the studio
Seacock.
from me.
Colin, what is a seacock?
I'm
sure you must know.
I imagine that it is some kind of sea fowl or bird. Or an oceanic penis.
It's not a bird. It's actually just a word for a bold sea rover, or like an adventurer, a sailor. So the ancient
So it's
mariner.
nothing like what it is.
Well, no.
So if it was what it was,
it
would be Poseidon's Willy.
Oh God, it probably actually yeah. No, but like the ancient mariner in Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, he's
Yeah.
a seacock. He's totally a seacock.
Let's not talk about each other's seacocks, all right?
You know what I just realized? It sounds a lot
seacock.
like Seahawk.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not make that connection
That was
until
my
just
foul
now.
joke,
All
yeah.
right. Well,
Yeah.
your foul joke. Fuck right off.
Well, okay.
Go. It's late night time. Go.
No,
do
it's
the,
not.
Yeah, go do the thing. Got it figured out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
You know, I'm gonna. Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
What were you gonna say?
Huh?
It sounded important. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it was important.
What's important?
No, nothing.
Nothing's important?
No, not really.
No, I guess not. Nothing's
No,
important.
I was gonna say. Sorry. I was gonna say I'm actually probably going to miss this music when the radio show is over.
God, okay, when I'm on my deathbed, like dying of cancer, I want people to play Careless Whisper as I'm dying, and I'll just be like, yep, this is my last gift to the world.
Yeah, I think like when I want to think of you and like remember our radio show, I'm going to play Careless Whisper.
Like you'll be Batman someday, and like you'll get out of bed with your wife and like go out onto the balcony over Gotham City, and you'll play Careless Whisper, and the neighbors will be like, "That music is awful. Why are you playing that?" You'll just be like, "It reminds me of a time long past." Then you'll puff your cigarette and look out wistfully at the moon.
His name was Suplee.
Like soup.
Colin Suplee. Colin Suplee.
And then like you'll look down from like your penthouse suite, and I'll be knocking on the front door of the hotel, and I'll just be like, "Kevin, let's go get KFC." And it'll be 2 a.m.
No, you'll have like a rusty spatula, and you'll scrape against the glass door.
I am the hash slinging slasher.
That was always a really funny episode for me. I really liked that. There, especially because there's the part where the walls just oozed green slime for no reason, and Squidward's like, "The walls will ooze green slime." No, wait, they always do that.
I really wish the walls in here oozed green slime. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That would be
so you know
cool.
what we should do?
What should we do?
We should actually, you know how earlier in an earlier episode in one of the 32 episodes over the last year and a half that we've done, we mentioned at some point that we were going to read a script from a radio play on the air and do funny voices. We should actually do that.
Yeah, no, you find a radio play next week, and we will do that. I would really enjoy that.
We need to get a guest so we can have a third person, because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I'm too busy to be on your hour-long radio show." That's very convenient.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, do I want to... Nah, he's not going to listen to these anyway. I'll out him. Eric was like, I mean, I have work, but I also have stage fright. I don't I'm afraid of performing.
Fucking
And I'm
seriously,
like,
there's no stage.
Yeah,
You
and
talk
I'm-
into it like a cock-shaped microphone,
Yeah.
and like people hear you across the ether.
And I'm like, dude, also no one listens. Like, 2 people listen on a regular basis.
Yeah. Eric doesn't even listen. He'll never know that we
no,
talked
exactly.
about this.
That's what I'm saying is that I was like, you don't even listen, man. And he's like, it's on my list of things to do, and I'm like, bullshit. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
no, it's okay. Once we graduate and we stop bugging people about it, everyone will forget that this exists.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know what? In like a year or 2,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to come back to this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm also a little bit upset that I'm already getting nostalgic about something that we have like 2 or 3 weeks left of too.
Yeah. Not school, the radio show.
Oh yeah, no, fuck the school part of it. I'm talking about the radio show. No, but like I think, you know what? I think we should have a policy for this show and next show of no nostalgia, no I'm going to miss this, I'm going to miss that. And I know I've been the main culprit of that, especially in this show.
Dude, we spent the last show talking about humongous entertainment and putt the fucking car. How is that not nostalgic?
No, that's nostalgic. I'm just saying no nostalgia about this show that's still going on.
Oh, okay. It's
You
like,
know.
you know what I'm going to miss about this thing that I'm talking about right now? No,
Right,
none of that.
exactly. I think we should nip that in the bud because I'm already making myself sad about that, and that it's not good listening for anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Did you play D&D this week?
Boy, did I play D&D this week.
Tell me about it.
So, in our recent campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, Lydia was not there, and Raffi was not there. So it was just Matt and Jake. Now, if listeners, you've been listening to previous sessions where we've talked about Dungeons and Dragons, you will know that Urag the orc, is kind of the moral compass of our
so without
campaign.
the moral compass.
Yeah. During this campaign, our only 2 players who were there out of 4, Matt, who is a washed-up, drug-addicted soldier, and Jake, that's his name, Jake Bartman. Hi, Jake Bartman.
Yeah.
Who
he
is,
also got honors. Yay.
Yay! Who is a rogue assassin type character. They were feasting with the lord of this small elven village called Volgin, that they were hanging out in after delivering the drowned goddess in her bottle to her lake and saving the cultists and refugees. And the lord, whose name I remembered is Lord Antagomir, what is a big, bustling, portly fellow, was explaining the geopolitical situation of the Elven Imperium at the moment.
Mhm.
And there are wars afoot and the various outbreaks of riots and things because the largest opponent political party of the crown, the Party of Heroes, who is a very kind of, let's go back to the good old days when we slew dragons and were expansionist and stuff like that, they have been taking like they've been infiltrating various sections of the government, blah 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 blah. And as they're talking about this, 3 ninjas bust through the ceiling of the manor and attacked our party. Our players were able to slay them, but were interrogated one of them first, whose name was Middle. The other 2 ninjas were named Top and Bottom. And the ninja told them that he was sent by the Party of Heroes to kill them because they had escaped from the drug human experimentation thing that happened earlier this semester in the town of Rustlin, and were spreading, because they had escaped with their lives and the dragon princess Tatiana had helped them get out. A lot of the information related to their crimes has been spread through the empire, and bad for them and their loose ends, blah blah blah. So having defeated the ninjas, Matt and Jake decided, wow, these guys totally just tried to kill us. And a lord of the Party of Heroes is pretending to be one of the trusted senators of the Queen sent him. We should go assassinate that lord because he tried to kill us. So they rode north into a large merchant town and met a plum selling pirate and posed as plum sellers, and got into the Lord's castle and beat up a bunch of guys and stuffed them in a wine cellar and gave them gold and pot as apology, and now they have infiltrated a castle and are headed towards this lord, who is a powerful political figure within the Imperium, and are about to try and kill him. He's sleeping in his bedchambers at the top of the castle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn. We didn't play a session this week, but I have some interesting stuff that I've been thinking about for my next campaign. So, Natalie and Eric are going to move to Chicago.
Of course.
So that will leave Anna and Adassa, and one of Adassa's friends is moving to Mexico, so that will leave Juliana, and then Anders, who is living with Anna and I, also wants to be playing D&D, and possibly also Lydia. And I'm thinking about a Norse mythology campaign.
Ooh.
With Wotan and Thor and Loki and Fricka and Freya and it's kind of inspired by, I've been listening to Wagner's Ring Cycle a lot, as I've referenced a few other times on the show, which centers very heavily around Norse mythology and is sort of the prototype of the Lord of the Rings in plotline in a few ways. Yeah, I want to do something that is sort of loosely based on the Ring Cycle.
That's really cool. Go for it. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to be talking with you, like, especially I think if we go out for dinner at some point this week, which we totally should.
We really should. I don't want pho again.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Yeah, me too.
By that I mean 2 weeks.
Exactly. I definitely think we should hash out some more stuff that, I don't really want to say on the air, on the very, very off chance that one of my players is listening.
And if you are,
players,
you'll hear what's coming soon.
Yeah, but I've just been super into Norse mythology lately and trying to learn all I can, and
it's
like
fucky.
Vikings
and really
and
fun
stuff is also really interesting. So yeah, no, I've been thinking about this for a while now. Don't really have any specific direction that I want to go, but I do know that it's probably going to take place. So you know how my campaign is taking place in the Western Dwarven Empire right now?
Yeah.
Well, the Eastern Dwarven Empire basically crumbled, and there's still some towns and cities and stuff there, but they're not united anymore. It's devolved into more or less a Dark Ages. It's sort of a feudalist sort of system set up there, and the kingdom is in ruins and is being raided by the humans and the elves and the orcs, and basically the Eastern Dwarven Empire is in ruins, and I think I'm going to set it there.
That's exciting.
And sort of I guess the Dwarven King Alberic, who is actually like the Dwarven King character in the Ring Cycle, who steals the Rheingold and forges it into a ring of power.
Yeah.
I might just totally steal that and make the technically like by blood king of the Eastern Dwarven Empire, this dwarf named Alberic, who has these plans to bring the Eastern Empire out of the Dark Ages and back to its former glory. And yeah, I'm excited.
He'd probably get along with the rebel political factions within the Elven Imperium. Crossover potentially.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I still want Lydia to write a novel about the Hibernia Crisis thing. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, the Hibernia Crisis was a very, very interesting plot line. I really liked that, and I really like, because I mean, we have to keep referencing back to it even in my campaign right now because Benoit is there.
Yeah.
And I only have a few weeks left, so Benoit needs to go fucking crazy really fast. I mean, he's already started to go crazy pretty fast, but I have plans on them fighting Benoit in the next session or two.
Damn. Are you gonna let them kill your old player character?
I'm gonna let them kill Benoit.
Whoa. That's pretty metal. I'd be too afraid. Melchior's OP in my book.
I mean, Benoit is much higher level than the rest of them, but between the four of them, their combined powers make a pretty good match for Benoit.
Yeah. I love that. I love it when old player characters return as incredibly powerful, like boss characters or NPCs in later campaigns. That shit's really fun.
Yeah, and also just because, I'd kind of like to retire Benoit, and if we do a new campaign and I don't end up DMing, I'd like to start with something new rather than keep using Benoit. I'd really like to try a new character. He'll still be a dwarf. I'm sure he'll still be a dwarf.
Yeah.
I think I am destined to always play dwarves, almost. I don't know. I might try something new, but I really like dwarves.
Yeah. I might take up human. I want to try and play the straight man in a campaign, if that ever makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've never done that. I've always been the comic loon.
Yeah.
Especially contrasting with the way Lydia plays.
Yeah, very much so. Melchior and Urag are very much in contrast. But
I miss Elian. He made Melchior look normal by comparison.
Elian was very fun. Yeah. I miss him too. But you know what I didn't realize is that he will be back in Portland next school year, and I will be in Portland. So maybe there's a possibility to add him in.
Make that magic happen, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would have a large campaign, though, because that would be Anna Anders, Adassa Juliana, Lydia, Elian, and me. So that's, 6 plus a DM, which is large. I don't really want to go over 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I also don't want to go under 3.
Yeah.
Like 3 to 5 is that's like a perfect number, I think, especially for trying to micromanage everyone's schedules and when everyone is free to do a session.
Any more than that, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
We do only have 2 weeks, so I'm trying to figure out like how to wrap up the plot that I've set in motion so far. I'm probably just gonna like have them like my player characters happen upon the leader of the elven like political turmoil thing because he just happens to be hiding in the castle that they're headed to or whatever.
Yeah,
and we'll see where that ends up. But gotta wrap that shit up.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. I think that will be what I spend a lot of energy on over the next few days is trying to figure out how to wrap up everything, by the time of graduation, because right after graduation, Anna will be gone a lot at horse shows and Adassa will be off in Israel and, Natalie and Eric and I will all be sort of cleaning up the house and getting ready to move. So, we only have a few weeks left to wrap up this campaign.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Valor Morgulis!
Valor Dohyrus.
Wee!
And I think on that note, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it.
Yeah, I think that's a nice pausing point.
So next week we should definitely have someone on the show.
Yeah,
because I want our last show to be just you and me. I think it really should be just an us thing.
I agree.
But next week we should really try and get Lydia on. If not Lydia, then I'll see if Adassa maybe wants to come on
just
again.
Someone. I mean, Christ.
Yeah, someone, anyone. But yeah, I think it would break the monotony of Colin and Kevin. Not that that's such a bad thing.
No,
I mean, that's what the show
listeners.
is built on. Both our listeners. But yeah, I think we should have one final round of Google or Colin before.
I like that
ends.
game.
I really like that game too. So we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
8 p.m. KLC website. Yay.
Yay. Until then, this has been What the Hell Did You Expect?
What the hell did you expect?